Hey, welcome back once again. We're with the f4revo from iFlight. This one has the OSD in it. We have it connected up with the 25 amp efm25a. It's the 4-in-1 ESC. Get the wires twisted up so that when you twist them together a few times, they go together quite nicely with the arrow going forward and the ESC off to the right, the XT60 should I say off to the right. Motors one in the back here. Yep. So what we're going to do now is hook up the OSD and the camera, or the VTX and the camera. For the VTX, it's going to be real simple. We're going to hook up this Fox here. Also from iFlight, I'm going to hook this up here to these upper three. It goes video, positive, negative, right across the top. And then for the camera, we're going to use this little guy here. This is the Fox Ear Monster 16.9 widescreen, also from iFlight. We're going to hook that up to the bottom three. Again, video, positive, negative, right there on the corner there. After that, we're going to hook up the sbus receiver right here, negative to the outside, positive in the middle, and negative on the signal on the inside there. And then right here, I don't know if you can see it, you can see sbus and ppm. You got to bridge those pads. That's the tricky part. You just bridge that center one up if you're using ppm. You bridge that middle one down if you're using sbus. We'll do that together too. So stay with me here and we'll get this all wired up pretty easily. Alright, so let's talk about this VTX for a second. This is the Fox Ear switcher TM25, and apparently it can work off of 7 to 24 volts, and it's switchable between 25, 200, and 600 milliwatts. It's pretty big comparatively, but it's thin. I don't know if you can notice that or not. And I like the way it's centered off the antenna off the backside there. We're going to go through and use the power in, the ground, and the video in. We're going to disconnect the ground and the 5-volt out. We don't need those on this build. I'll go ahead and do that now. Another thing I'll do is I'll figure out how long these wires should be. If they're tucked up behind, underneath, they're coming out, they're doing their thing. I'm thinking something like that maybe. So I'll wind up snipping these wires and shortening up the build. Just like before, I'll clip them, I'll tin them, I'll put them up through where they need to be, which would be over here on the inside. They should go yellow, red, black. And then I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, we got the VTX hooked up. Flip it over here. And we have video in, power, and ground. We can do the same thing here. Ding, ding, ding. For the camera. For the camera, let's take a look at this real quick. Let me zoom out a bit. Put this to the side. We'll take a look at this as well. Again, this is the Fox Ear 1200 TVL 16:9 camera in a super duper box. Alright, comes with a bracket, fixed angle, flexible angle, 3 screw set up. Middle side brackets. Oh, no. Actually, it's a nose holder. That's actually pretty handy. Goes with one of those as well. What else did it come with? Came with an OSD switch for it. Pretty impressive. Didn't expect that. It's pretty cool. But this is what we're talking about. Extra body in case of crashes. They were thinking of me on that one. But that's the camera right there. Over here. Seems to be in good working shape. I like all that. Get that bag out and pull out some wires. See how this hooks up. Magic bags. Okay. So that stays there for now. This can go in the box for now. This comes out. Seems to be pretty self-explanatory. Black and white seems to go into this for when need be. Do all your on-screen display settings. Not all of them, but probably brightness, contrast. Nice. Why it's joined right there, but that's alright. Anyway, I'm going to wind up cutting this end off. And again, black, red, yellow is going to be going into, let's see here, right here, like so. And this will be going out the front of the front of the drone to the camera, and this one will be going out the back of the drone to the VTX. So I'll get this again all snipped up, tinned up, shoved through, solder the tops, and it'll be ready to go in a second. Hang on with me and I'll be right back. Alrighty. As you can see, I got the VTX in the bottom row, the camera hooked up on the top row. Everything seems to be pretty good. Next, what we're going to do is hook up my 3-wire servo lead to those 3 right there. Again, signal on the inside, positive in the middle, negative on the outside, and I'm going to bridge that sbus little pad there in the middle there. And I'll show you what that looks like in a second. Alright, so once again, we got the camera and VTX wired up, but I also just now put in my sbus controller wires, and I don't know if you can see that or not. We're going to wait for that to zoom in. I was able to bridge the sbus side of that bridgeable pad right there. There it is, right there. sbus bridged. PPM not bridged. And that's pretty much it. The only thing we got to do left is the LEDs. I'm going to wait for a set of motors to arrive before I do the finished build on this. Thanks for watching, guys. Again, this is the iFlight f4revo with the OSD. This is the 25 amp EFM 4-in-1 ESC with D-Shot. We're going to hook that up with the Fox ear, switchable 25, 200, 600 milliwatt VTX, which plugs in Let's see here. That's the camera one. This one plugs in like so. And this guy plugs into the back of the camera. So that would sit in the front of the drone. That's upside down. Spin that a couple of times. That squash down, get rid of the solder. See how that's looking. Looking almost correct. Almost a stack. That is a stack, I believe. You got your camera, you got your controller, you got your flight board, you got your ESCs, you got your VTX. Again, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night. Safe flying. Okay, thanks for staying with me. This is the stack all complete with the nylon standoffs. You can see in between, pretty clean build. I have everything soldered from underneath, the 4 motors, the ground, these 3 wires here. They go to my RX connection here, little 3-wire servo connected to sbus. I had to bridge the sbus pads there. You can see that right there. These 6 pads here, the front 3 were for the camera, the back 3 were for the VTX. That's pretty self-explanatory. Yellow to video, red to power, black to ground, yellow to video, black to ground, red to power. Worked out pretty good. On this side over here, we have our current sensor, our VBAT positive or VBAT negative, USB ports. That's the DSM2 port, ESC port if this had a female port, another male port to go into there. Not too shabby. I'm pretty impressed. Again, thanks for watching. Happy flying. Have a good night.